Have you ever applied for something important, like a school, a concert ticket, or a new product, only to find out you've been placed on a waiting list? It can be both exciting and nerve-wracking. In this video, we'll break down exactly what a waiting list is, why organizations use them, and most importantly, how you can make sure you keep your spot. Whether you're waiting for an exclusive event, a popular class, or a limited edition item, understanding the process can give you a real advantage. Let's start by exploring what a waiting list actually means and how it works in different scenarios. A waiting list is essentially a queue of people who want access to something that currently has limited availability. When the main spots are filled, additional applicants are placed on this list in case an opening becomes available. This system is common in many areas, from schools and universities to restaurants, events, and even product launches. Being on a waiting list doesn't guarantee you'll get in, but it does mean you're next in line if someone else drops out or more spots open up. Let's look at why organizations use waiting lists and what it means for you as an applicant. Organizations use waiting lists to manage demand when there are more applicants than available spots. This helps them fill vacancies quickly if someone cancels or doesn't respond. For example, a university might have more qualified students than seats, so they offer spots to those on the waiting list as soon as someone declines. Similarly, restaurants use waiting lists to ensure tables are always filled, and companies use them for product launches to gauge interest and manage inventory. Understanding this helps you see why being on a waiting list is not a rejection, but rather a second chance. There are different types of waiting lists depending on the context. Some are ranked, meaning your position is determined by when you applied or by certain qualifications. Others are random, where everyone has an equal chance if a spot opens up. Some waiting lists are short-term, like for a restaurant table, while others can last months, such as for school admissions or housing. Knowing what type of waiting list you're on can help you set realistic expectations and plan your next steps. Your position on a waiting list can depend on several factors. In some cases, it's simply first come, first served. In others, organizations may prioritize based on qualifications, such as academic achievements, loyalty status, or even a lottery system. It's important to understand how your spot is determined so you know what to expect. Sometimes, you can improve your position by providing additional information or meeting certain criteria. Let's explore how you can find out your position and what you can do about it. Most organizations will let you know your status on the waiting list, either by email, phone, or through an online portal. It's a good idea to check regularly, as your position can change if others accept or decline their offers. Some systems even provide real-time updates, so you can see exactly where you stand. If you're unsure, don't hesitate to reach out and ask for clarification. Staying informed is the first step to keeping your spot. If you receive an offer from a waiting list, it's crucial to respond quickly. Many organizations have strict deadlines, and if you don't reply in time, your spot may be given to someone else. Make sure your contact information is up to date and check your email or messages frequently. Responding promptly shows you're interested and ready to accept the opportunity. Let's talk about how to prepare for this moment so you don't miss out. One of the most common reasons people lose their spot on a waiting list is outdated contact information. If you change your phone number or email address, be sure to update it with the organization. This ensures you'll receive any important notifications or offers. It's a simple step, but it can make all the difference in keeping your place in line. Let's look at some tips for managing your contact details effectively. Every waiting list has its own set of rules and instructions. Some may require you to confirm your interest periodically, while others might ask for additional documents or information. Failing to follow these instructions can result in losing your spot. Always read communications carefully and respond as required. If you're unsure about any step, reach out for clarification. Being proactive and attentive can help you maintain your position. Some organizations require you to periodically confirm that you're still interested in staying on the waiting list. This could be as simple as clicking a link in an email or filling out a short form. If you miss this step, you might be removed from the list. Set reminders to check for these requests and respond promptly. Confirming your interest shows you're committed and keeps you in the running for a spot. Sometimes, you may be asked to submit extra information to stay on the waiting list or improve your chances. This could include updated transcripts, references, or proof of eligibility. Make sure to provide accurate and complete information by the deadline. Double-check all documents before submitting to avoid any mistakes. Being thorough and timely can help you stand out and keep your spot secure. Deadlines are a critical part of the waiting list process. Missing a deadline can mean losing your spot, even if you're next in line. Mark important dates on your calendar and set reminders to ensure you don't forget. If you're unsure about a deadline, ask for clarification. Staying organized and aware of key dates is essential for keeping your place on the list. If you miss a deadline, your spot on the waiting list may be forfeited and offered to someone else. Some organizations have strict policies with no exceptions, while others may allow for late responses under special circumstances. If you realize you've missed a deadline, contact the organization immediately to explain your situation. Sometimes, quick communication can help you recover your spot, but it's always better to avoid this scenario by staying vigilant. Staying informed is key to keeping your spot on a waiting list. Subscribe to email updates, check your spam folder regularly, and follow any official social media channels for announcements. Some organizations also offer text alerts or app notifications. The more connected you are, the less likely you are to miss important updates. Let's look at some practical ways to stay in the loop. Being on a waiting list can be stressful because there's often no guarantee of getting a spot. It's normal to feel anxious or impatient. Try to stay positive and focus on what you can control, like keeping your information updated and responding promptly. Consider having a backup plan in case you don't get in. Remember, being on a waiting list means you're still in the running, so don't lose hope. While you're on a waiting list, it's wise to explore other options. Apply to multiple programs, look for alternative events, or consider different products. Having a backup plan reduces stress and gives you more control over your situation. If you eventually get off the waiting list, you can always adjust your plans. Being proactive ensures you're not left without options if things don't work out. If you have questions or concerns about your waiting list status, don't hesitate to reach out to the organization. Polite and professional communication can sometimes provide clarity or even improve your chances. Ask about your position, expected timelines, and any steps you can take to strengthen your application. Building a good rapport shows you're serious and engaged. It's important to know your rights as someone on a waiting list. Some organizations have clear policies about how the list is managed, how long you can stay on it, and what information you're entitled to. Read the terms and conditions carefully, and don't be afraid to ask for clarification. Knowing your rights can help you advocate for yourself and avoid misunderstandings. When you're on a waiting list, you often provide personal information. Make sure the organization has a clear privacy policy and uses secure methods to store your data. If you're concerned about how your information is used, ask questions or request more details. Protecting your privacy is just as important as keeping your spot on the list. The length of time you'll spend on a waiting list varies widely. For some, it's just a few hours or days, while for others, it could be weeks or even months. Factors like demand, cancellations, and the organization's process all play a role. Ask for an estimated timeline if possible, but be prepared for uncertainty. Patience is key when you're waiting for your turn. If you're offered a spot, congratulations. Make sure to read all instructions carefully and respond within the given time frame. If you decide not to accept, let the organization know as soon as possible so someone else can have the opportunity. Being courteous and prompt benefits everyone involved and keeps the process running smoothly. Sometimes, even after waiting, you may not get a spot. While this can be disappointing, remember that it's not a reflection of your worth. Use the experience as a learning opportunity and consider what you can do differently next time. Stay positive and keep pursuing your goals. There are always other opportunities ahead. To maximize your chances, avoid common mistakes like missing deadlines, providing incomplete information, or ignoring instructions. Double-check all communications and set reminders for important dates. If you're ever unsure about a step, ask for help. Being careful and attentive can make all the difference in keeping your spot on the waiting list. If you want to improve your chances of moving up the waiting list, stay engaged and responsive. Check your messages regularly, respond quickly, and provide any requested information promptly. Sometimes, showing continued interest or updating your application can help. Every little effort counts when you're competing for a limited spot. Some waiting lists, like those for medical procedures or emergency services, operate differently. They may prioritize based on urgency, medical need, or other criteria. If you're on a medical waiting list, make sure your information is accurate and up to date. Ask about the process and what you can do to prepare. These lists can be stressful, but understanding the system helps you navigate it more effectively. For new products, companies often use waiting lists to manage demand and create excitement. If you're on a product waiting list, keep an eye out for updates and be ready to act fast when your turn comes. Sometimes, early access or special offers are given to those who stay engaged. Make sure you're following all instructions to maximize your chances of getting the product. Waiting lists for events and tickets are common, especially for popular concerts or shows. These lists often move quickly as people accept or decline offers. Make sure your payment information is ready and check your messages frequently. If you get an offer, act fast. Spots can disappear in minutes. Being prepared increases your chances of getting in. Housing waiting lists can be long and competitive. Make sure all your documents are current and respond to any requests from the housing office. If your situation changes, such as your income or family size, update your application right away. Staying proactive and organized helps you keep your spot and move up the list when opportunities arise. Academic waiting lists are common for schools and universities with high demand. If you're on one, keep your grades up and provide any requested updates. Some schools may ask for a letter of continued interest or additional achievements. Respond to all communications and be ready to act if a spot opens up. Persistence and attention to detail can make a big difference. For popular restaurants, waiting lists help manage the flow of guests. Make sure your phone is on and you're nearby when your table is ready. Some places use apps or text messages to notify you. Respond quickly to avoid losing your spot. Being flexible with your timing can also help you get seated faster. Travel waiting lists, like those for flights or trains, often move quickly. Make sure your travel documents are ready and check for updates frequently. If you're offered a spot, you may need to act immediately. Being prepared and responsive is essential for securing your seat and avoiding last-minute stress. In some cases, you can improve your position on a waiting list by taking specific actions. This might include updating your application, providing new information, or expressing continued interest. Some organizations reward proactive applicants. Always ask if there's anything you can do to move up the list and follow through on any suggestions. If you're removed from a waiting list, find out why. Sometimes it's due to missing a deadline or not responding to a request. Contact the organization to see if you can be reinstated or if there's an appeal process. Learn from the experience and apply the lessons to future opportunities. Staying calm and proactive can help you recover or move forward. Waiting can be tough emotionally. It's normal to feel anxious, frustrated, or even hopeful as you wait for news. Understanding that these feelings are common can help you cope. Try to focus on other activities and keep your mind occupied. Practicing patience and resilience will not only help you through the waiting period, but also benefit you in other areas of life. Keeping a positive attitude while on a waiting list can make the experience less stressful. Remind yourself that being on the list means you still have a chance. Celebrate small wins, like moving up the list or receiving updates. Stay hopeful and keep looking for other opportunities. Positivity can help you stay motivated and ready for whatever comes next. If you know someone else on a waiting list, offer support and encouragement. Share tips, remind them to check their messages, and help them stay organized. Sometimes, just having someone to talk to can make the waiting process easier. Supporting each other creates a positive environment and helps everyone stay motivated. Whether you get off the waiting list or not, there's always something to learn from the experience. Reflect on what worked well and what you could improve next time. Use this knowledge to strengthen future applications or approaches. Every waiting list is a chance to grow and develop new skills. Sometimes, it's best to move on if you haven't heard back after a long time. Set a personal deadline for how long you're willing to wait, and focus your energy on other opportunities. Letting go can be difficult, but it opens the door to new experiences and possibilities. Trust that the right opportunity will come your way. If you finally get off the waiting list, take a moment to celebrate your success. You've shown patience, persistence, and attention to detail. Enjoy the opportunity and make the most of it. Remember to thank those who supported you along the way. Every achievement is worth celebrating, no matter how long it took. After your waiting list journey, consider sharing your experience with others. Your insights can help those who are currently waiting and provide valuable advice. Whether it's through a blog, social media, or just talking with friends, sharing your story can make a difference for someone else. Let's recap the most important tips for staying on a waiting list. Keep your contact information updated, respond quickly to offers, follow all instructions, and stay organized. Remember to check your messages regularly and set reminders for deadlines. Staying proactive and positive increases your chances of success. With these strategies, you'll be well prepared for any waiting list situation. Being on a waiting list can be challenging, but it's also an opportunity to practice patience and resilience. By staying informed, organized, and proactive, you can maximize your chances of success. Remember, every waiting list is different, so adapt your approach as needed. Good luck, and may your next opportunity come soon. If you need more help with waiting lists, look for resources like official websites, support groups, or professional advisors. Many organizations provide FAQs and contact information for additional support. Don't hesitate to seek help if you're unsure about any part of the process. The right information can make all the difference. Here are some common terms you might encounter. Waitlist, the list of applicants waiting for a spot. Offer an invitation to accept a spot. Deadline, the last date to respond. Confirmation, letting the organization know you're still interested. Understanding these terms can help you navigate the process more confidently. Thank you for watching and learning about waiting lists with us. We hope you now feel more confident and prepared to handle any waiting list situation. Remember, patience and persistence pay off. Wishing you the best of luck in all your future endeavors.